Okay, welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be playing a demo today. So this is really just a first look at the game that's going to be coming out at some point. I'm not even sure when it's due to come out, which is Earth versus Mars, which I think is a bit like an Advance Wars type game with some twists to it. Now, this is actually put out by a division of Relic Games. In fact, I'll just read this little bit here. So, Earth vs. Mars is our first smaller indie-style Relic Labs game. Relic Labs do things, for example, like Dawn of War, stuff like that, and what is it? The other, there's a World War II one that they've got as well, which is quite cool. Anyway, the Relic Labs, a big company, like they do big games, and anyway, this is sort of like an interesting little indie style. And in fact, that was the reason I decided to actually to look at the game was actually simply because of Relic being involved, and so I wanted to have a look to see actually what this was all about. Because I mean, Paradox have got a similar sort of thing where they also have like an arm now, the Paradox Arc, where they actually help smaller indie teams sort of launch games. They've launched some really good games through that as well. So anyway, this is Relic's look at that same sort of approach, I guess. Anyway, our Relic Labs games will differ from our traditional big RTS games and will allow us to explore new subgenres, experiment, get our creative juices going, and release games more frequently, which is pretty cool, actually. I really like this idea. This is why I really support that these bigger companies end up sort of fragmenting portions off to be able to do this sort of work, which I think is fantastic. This demo allows you to use the Splicatron to combine fly, cheetah, and rhino DNA with human volunteers and lead them into battle with 3 skirmish maps. So it's a limited demo, but we do get to sort of see what's going on with it, which is pretty cool. Hi Supreme Plague, how are you going? So it's got the Downtown Showdown, so it's a small-scale, close-quarters fight against the Martians, and is an ideal introduction to the game, so we'll play that one when we go in. I haven't played any of the game other than just had a quick look at it, and I tried the Splicatron just to sort of see what was going on with that one, so I'll sort of show you that as well. Independence Bay is a combined arms city capturing clash over land and sea. And as I said, I think for me it looks more like very much like an Advance Wars style game, which I love those sort of games, to be honest. And Hazy Hills is a nighttime mission where enemies lurk in the fog of war, ready to catch your soldiers unaware. So thanks for playing Earth vs. Mars. Be sure to visit the Steam forums or our official Discord for more on the game. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Anyway, let's just get into it and sort of see how it goes. So this is it through here. What we have is I have changed the settings a little bit just to sort of bring the audio down, just so that we've got like a limited sort of like master volume, I guess, and music volume, just so that it doesn't interfere too much with what I'm doing. I just see I've got the sound levels up, which is okay. We've got the Splicatron is actually how you start off by designing your own soldiers, which is actually really cool as well. Now we only have 3 aspects to them. We've got like essentially a fly, like a fly character. This is like with all of the character decked out completely in sort of like in what the fly can then go and do. And so what it does do is it adds to their abilities, and so you can see their splice creatures is just a fly. And so this one has got an attack of plus 45%, a defense of plus 35%, moves of 4.2, so it moves quickly, vision of plus 4. If I go down to, for example, one of the humans, you can see there that the human has only got move 3, for example, and no other abilities. And so you splice in the creatures down in through here. So Seth is completely fly. Then we've got Larry, who is a rhino, and so Larry's abilities with all the rhino is attack of plus 55%, defense is high at 75%, moves of only 3, vision of plus 1. Now that's vision of plus 4 for the fly there. And then we have Veronica, who is so that's even it's not as much as the fly. So in this case, we've got an attack of plus 60, defense of plus 15, move of 5.5, and a vision of 3. But these are fully formed in what they actually have. So I did, just as an experiment, I just grabbed one of the human ones that we can go and play. It looks like you can recruit new ones in as well. I'll just see what happens if I do that. So I've got, this is Jack Jones. Can you change the name? It would be good if you could change the name, actually. That would be a good one, but that's who we've actually got. So nothing else in through this other side at the moment. Now, there will be there will be more creatures as well coming into the actual game itself, but you splice the creatures in. So, for example, if we wanted to have aspects of the cheetah. I could just go and confirm that one. Add the DNO, yes. And so we now actually have the cheetah, which is a speedster. Might also add in some of the defense of the rhino, for example. So let's just go and add that in as well. Confirm. But there will be more of those, I would assume. So with those, we then actually have the heads, the left and right arms, the feet, and then sort of like either a tail or I don't think you can rotate these. It would be cool if you could actually rotate them around, but you can't. So little things like that would be fairly nice. But this is sort of like a wings or a tail, which then will add different things to it. So for example, if I go to the head, with those two that I've then got selected, I can then sort of see, okay, well, which one would I prefer, the rhino or the cheetah? Now the cheetah's got a pounce, so move and attack twice this turn, or charge the target enemy, pushing them back. So you've got to push back. You've got a vision +3 there as well. So this is where the vision does kick in. You've got a little bit of extra movement. I might do the cheetah head. So let's just go and click on that one. We'll just go and splice. This is sort of like a price that you pay in the game, I think. That's the way that works. I'll just guess some of these. So the cheetah has been spliced in. We haven't done anything else in through here. If I then go to the left arm, I guess this is. And so, cheetah left arm. So if I go into this one here, we end up with more movement and a little bit of defense, but the rhino has got a lot more defense. So let's go and put rhino arms on. So we'll just splice that one in. So there we go. We'll go to the right arm as well, and we might as well just keep it even. So we'll go in with the, actually the right arm, the cheetah, there's a +40% as opposed to a +35%, but we do get a little bit more protection here. Let's go cheetah arm. Just go and form one of these characters anyway. Hi Resmelin, how are you going? Let's continue on. So we've then got the feet. So this one here, I would have thought we would have got more movement there for the feet. Oh, planes +20, roads +20. Yeah, actually that's all we get. They both have that. More defense there, 10% more defense. I'll go cheetah again as well here. And I didn't bring the fly in, but there's two different tails that we can bring in through here. Cheetah tail is feral pace, so we end up with not much there actually. Again, it's just movement or I'll just cancel that for a second. How are we going for? We've already got move of 4.5. I can make that move 5 if I use the cheetah tail. So if this unit hasn't moved yet, nearby units can move an extra tile. Yeah, let's go with that one through there. Or this unit deals 50% damage on a counterattack. So again, it's pretty cool, just the little extras that it does actually add in. So it allows you to essentially build your own fighting force. So we'll just go back now. So Jack Jones is now this particular character. Let's just see if we can actually make use of Jack in this one. Yes, you can keep on adding more and more volunteers into the mix. Just go back out, and we'll go and play. So this will be so Downtown Showdown is the intro. So build your force and take control of the choke points to annihilate the Martians. Victory conditions: conquest, defeat all enemy units, or capture the enemy headquarters. So we'll deploy here. So you can splice before you go into these attacks. I don't know if I can move. Hang on, I'll just go and just go back to the map. Can I rotate? No. So this is really a first look for me. Look at the menu. Graphics. Yeah, okay, there's nothing else in there. I was looking to see if there was any sort of keyboard controls that we could actually make use of. Okay, so the different units that we actually have. What do we have here? An HQ. Okay, so then we've got a infantry down on that side. A tank. Looks like we've got a position there that we can load in something. Industry there. Infantry there. Another tank and infantry. So just basic units. So if we go and click on these, if we just go to select. So then we've got different commanders we can then go and bring in. So we've got Annabelle Corman, Field Medic. Restores health to all damaged friendly units. That would be good. Drain enemy, so drains all enemy units. So that's actually not a bad one. Colonel Marcus Shaw spawns a tank at the HQ and an infantry unit at every city belonging to this commander. Deals a small amount of damage to all visible units, and then we've got Splice Boost. So Splice units gain 50% attacking and defensive strength. Okay, so if an infantry unit survives combat, it gains health equal to the amount of damage it's dealt. I think we'll go with the medic. So we'll just go and select her. And then we can bring in the one that we've actually just gone and formed. So we've got the Jack Jones character. So let's just go and bring this one in. So we've go and add that one in. So deployed 1 of 1. So I'm assuming we can then go and make more of these over time. If the unit hasn't moved yet, any nearby units can move an extra tile. And it's got the pounce attack as well. So that's all good. Go and start. There it is. It did come into that slot. So this is the tutorial. Left click on a unit to select it. Once selected, you can move a unit up to its movement range and issue an action. By default, after you act with a unit, the next closest unit will be automatically selected. You can change this option in the settings. Okay, I think I'll leave it on, like if that's the way it's supposed to be played. Tiles like roads are the fastest to move on. Hills and forests are the slowest, so mountains are impassable. Water can only be crossed by flying units. Next. With unit selected, left-clicking on a unit or tile in your unit's range will open the context menu, allowing you to select. Okay, so when you select an action, your unit will be automatically moved into the range of the target, then act. All right. You're left-clicking on a unit or tile in your... Yeah, okay, that will open up the context menu. So some actions may appear grayed out if there's a cooldown, etc., etc. All right, that's okay. In Earth versus Mars, attack commands are resolved by the attacking unit dealing damage first, and then the defending unit attacking back, if they are able. The damage done in an attack is based on types of unit involved as well as the health of the unit. So high health units deal more damage. So it's sort of like one of those things where you have a per unit attack, I'm guessing. Flying units can only be attacked by Stingray rocket launchers, Martian mortar fires, and other flying units. All right. So then we have hovering over an enemy unit will display a combat preview, showing the damage that the two units will deal to each other. At the top of the yellow is the damage you'll deal in the enemy, and below that is the damage that will be dealt in return. Yep, so that makes sense. So this is all fairly easy stuff. And sort of one thing I'm now wondering is there a way to support an attack? Like, can you actually have multiple units go in to help? If an attack is especially effective, the line will be tagged with a yellow star. If the unit will die to an attack, the line is tagged with a skull. Okay. Some tiles can be captured, yeah, blah, blah, blah. City tiles generate money at the start of each turn. HQ tiles heal and generate money like city tiles, but also are a potential objective to win the match. Protect your HQ from enemy units to avoid losing the game. Industry and airport tiles can be captured and allow production of new units. Great, okay. That makes sense. Once captured, industry and airport tiles can be used to produce units once per turn by spending money generated by cities. So, so this is very much like Advance Wars. To produce a unit, left-clicking on the industry or airport tile and select the unit you'd like to build. To cancel production, left-click on the map. The tile cannot produce a unit if there's already another unit standing on it. That makes sense as well. Commander abilities. Each commander brings a unique commander ability. Provided a powerful to use the ability, though, it must first be charged. So attacking enemies or capturing cities charges the bar quickly. The more expensive the damage unit, the more the bar is charged. Defending against attacks also charges the bar by a small amount. Once fully charged, you can left-click on the bar or press the command ability. Yep, there we go. Excuse me. So some abilities like Annabelle's Corman Field Medic healing ability occur instantly, while others may be an effect that persists for a turn. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So it's just it's not an automatic. I thought this was going to be a unit on the ground that would actually then be able to be moved around as a medic. Matches are completed once the player completes the objective. Blah blah blah. Okay, so that's all fairly cool. That all makes sense, I think. So let's get into it. So we've got a city there, for example, industry. So we'll be wanting to capture this one. WASD allows us to move around. There's the Martian HQ at the back. We can actually see the units, so there's no fog of war. We have a mortar fire back and through here. Now I don't know if we end up. We've got H is help. Let's just see. Oh yeah, that's the same help file. What else have we got there? How do we How do we find out? Ranged unit in a cross shape. Okay, so yeah, this is really like Advanced Wars, which is awesome. Awesome stuff. Mountains we can't cross. Forest, you can see there a little bit of defense in forests. Plains with 1 defense. Hills, 2 defense. Sometimes they give you an attack advantage. I'm not sure if they do or not. Alright, that's pretty simple. It's got cities in through there. There's going to be a rush to grab the cities. Well, that's they've got 1 industry there. They do actually have a blaster. This is going to be their infantry. 100 hit points. What's this one? Got 100 hit points as well. HQ. Yeah, then just a city there. City. So really, this HQ here, sorry, this industry is going to be the key to the game. So that's what everything else is going to then rely on getting to this one here and attacking and keeping this line here. I think that's going to be the goal. This one we're going to have to just stay clear of with its attack ability. I'm guessing. I just can't see what the attack ability is for different units. Like if I grab this unit, I can move all the way up, but I then can't do much else. Got another group, another guy there, which is a another trooper unit. This should be a simple one for us to go and affect. I don't think anyone can actually reach that first one just yet, so I'm just going to go and place this one here. Wait. Looks like that's, I'm not sure if that's the attack range. Can you go and attack other, can you, oh you can just go and grab other units, okay, that's fine. Well, let's go into the city and capture. So we'll start that process, that will be important. Now this one here, Jack Jones, so I'm going to get Jack up. Like, oh, Jack moves a long way. This is actually pretty cool, like getting the +5 moves really does make a difference. I'm just going to have to wait at that position. I thought I could move twice with these. So we should be able to use Jack to pick up the other unit. I'll have the tanks move off this way. Yeah, move twice. Okay. Oh, there's a cooldown there. So tanks can move twice. This one hasn't been captured. And alright, so we've got targets. This is the cost. So turn 1 we've got 300. We've got heavy. Okay, this is interesting to see what we can actually bring in. Got transports, artillery, 2,000. Okay, Goliath tanks. Tanks themselves are worth 1,000. Infantry are just worth 250. So 4 infantry per tank, 2 heavies per tank as well. Then we've got the Goliath, yeah, which is a super tank, which we don't actually have any of those on the map at this stage. So artillery is probably something we want to start to aim for. Let's just go and so that one there, looks like we can actually bring in another infantry. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I do have an industry here. This is actually what this one is now asking me to look at. So we've got 800 at the start here, which is why we can bring in a heavy, for example. Maybe I will do that one just to get a bit more support. So let's just go and throw one of those in. It's Mars's turn. So one of their tanks, I didn't see that one. I've left that city undone. They've just brought the next one in. So this is actually, that was interesting that they didn't take that. I would have thought that would have been a high priority, but we definitely want to get this one. We're going to go and capture this. And then we want to make sure that we end up having protection in around this particular one. So I'm just going to move this one into the forest. I don't know if we can, yeah, with this one here, we can't actually capture anything with those. Let's just move across. Okay, so you can actually do like convoluted moves with this if you wanted to. Yeah, so we're slowly capturing that one there. move that one up. Looks like only infantry can actually capture. Which means we probably do want to sort of stay in here for now. It doesn't look like facing matters. Yeah, we've still another 800, so it looks like we're getting 500 per turn. This one here is capture. So we've now captured that one. This one here, capture. So that's now been fully captured. And so we now still only have the 800 per turn. Not seeing where it gives us what we've got in through here. This is the bar, defeat all enemies. 800 per turn. How are we getting that? Or not? I think it's 500 per turn at this stage. We should be getting more. The cities should tell us what they actually generate, so we're not seeing exactly that. Sorry, I'm just missing a lot of comments here. Hi, ZG, how you going? Getting advanced wars with splicing. Yes, that's how I think it. That's how I'm seeing it as well. Which the splicing is interesting because it means that even though these are preset maps, at least there's variance in the way that you then go and play it, which I think is good. Triplexing, this sounds a bit like it's played like an old game called Z. Not sure if you know that one. I don't know that one, no. Hi, Began, how you going? DasDemption, no, we can't name units, I don't think. Yeah, none of the units, which would be good if we could. So these are all little things that I think would be great to actually have in the game. It's a demo that you can get at the moment from Steam. I don't know when the game is actually due for release. Brendan is saying not only do the rules look like Advanced Wars, but so does the splash art. Yes, there's a few games that have come out like that. I like them as open-ended as I possibly can get, like with random maps. I would love to see random maps in these sort of games. There is a game that did come out a little while back, and I forget what it's called, but I really, really enjoyed it because it did actually have sort of the best of everything. It was sort of like Advanced Wars, but with random maps, and it was not a very popular game, unfortunately, but it was a game that I really, really enjoyed, and I forget what it's called now. Anyway, it was last year, I think, that one came out. Hi, Rainman, how you going? So is this a demo? Yes, it is. So it's just a demo. So ZGS, I'm wondering how they make spliced units relevant. Advanced Wars was a game about keeping your production buildings active every turn, even just making cheap infantry. Yeah, Supreme Plank said, never heard of Advanced Wars, so it looks fun though. Advanced Wars is a really old game, like it's from the 90s, I think. And it's just, no one's ever really done a game that's as good as the original Advanced Wars. It was a game that you could play on Nintendo. It was like a Nintendo game, and it wasn't a Nintendo Switch game. I don't even know if it is on Nintendo Switch. But Advanced Wars was like you'd play it on like those little handheld devices, and it was just really cool the way it worked. It was a bit like Battle Isle. Battle Isle was also like an Advanced Wars style game. So Battle War, if you've played computer games, then Battle Isle will be probably the closest to this style of game where you build up your units. Battle Isle was more World War II sort of style, but it's same sort of premise really. So actually Wargrove, yeah, that's another good one, ZG. So Wargrove is a modern interpretation, production, capture, combat, commander ability. So Wargrove is a very, very good version of this as well, but without random maps. Yep, so ZG is saying the only unique stuff thus far is the spliced units. That's, Game Boy Advance, there we go. Says Grundon, yes, that was the one. Hi Mike, how you going? Over there on all by yourself there on YouTube. I don't know if there's probably other people watching on YouTube. Welcome guys, welcome if you're watching on either Twitch or YouTube. So anyway, this is do I want to get another? I don't know what these guys actually go and do. Bazooka attack, range attack a unit within 5 tiles. What do we get with this one through here? This is just basic infantry. I'll throw another heavy in. Last turn. Now they shouldn't be able to impact this one all that much. Now they're capturing. But they're a turn behind us now. Earth's turn. Now that was a bit of a silly move, moving a laser tank into that position. I should be able to hit it. Looks like there's a hill there. Looks like the hill stops me from attacking. The mortifier unit, I can actually go and attack that. Yeah, from the forest. There's fire caused here. Not sure what the fire's from. Well, it must be from their... I can't zoom in or out either, which is sort of a bit sort of funny. I would have thought that the 3D elements would have been... I would be able to do more with the 3D. Now that's it does a little bit of damage back. That's interesting. So if I move anywhere, it's sort of highlighted in red, but I'm not sure what that means in terms of, I don't even know if I can actually do multiple turns. If I just go and click on this unit here, it's showing just basic red in the bottom there, but it's not highlighting. So yeah, this it does need a bit of work, I've got to say. It's not ideal the way it sort of does do things. I'll just move that one up. Actually, I should have tested that one to see if I can use this one to test and see what's going to happen if I move that one. No, so you've got to actually then move the whole lot in one big go. So once you click, you've only got like weight in through there. So if I go and actually have a look at this one, I do actually have like a, if I move to there, bazooka attack, I can't actually do that one. Alright. If I move up, bazooka attack, why is there a 3-turn cooldown for that? I do have just an attack. Oh, it's going to move up and do this. I'll do the attack. Alright, here we go. So we took a little bit of damage to our units. So we want to kill these things off if we can. There's no fight back there. Okay, it's a 4-turn cooldown to use their special ability. This one here, we want to just go back in and capture. That will then give me another one that I can then go and use. Now, the tank, I now want to move off. I've got 2 tanks. And this will now get the kill. Alright, so you do have to use lateral attacks by the looks of things. So that's their artillery, just taking a big hit. I'm going to move this one down into here and wait. So we've already won the game. This one's a bit weak. We've now got 1,000 here, 1,200 points. The transport, we can get a tank. I think I'll grab another tank. And we can't get that one because we've got a character on board. It's capturing. All right, so now before I take this one off here, I can move this one up. Yeah, so I've got to be within 1 to actually do the attack there. So I'll move that one there. So we do get the double movement with these. Yeah, it's going to do a bit too much damage back. I can't move to there. Oh, hang on, that's the tank. Still got the tank selected. This one here will do a lot of damage to this particular unit. So I should be able to take this unit out with this one and a tank if I move this one up. It's going to be 12 damage done back to my spliced unit. And then we should be able to grab that one the turn after. What about we move this one in? Yeah, it's not going to do enough damage there. Still got these units. That one there can kill that unit off. See the trooper unit there now. There's another laser tank there. If I smash this one there, I can then still finish off this one over here. Well, I can do it with this unit. Yeah, that's going to kill that one off. So let's just go and do that. We can't get into there just yet. Now we're on the road, which is not great. All right, that gets rid of their big unit. That was like worth 2,000 points. These as well. Just need to move these up. And we want to get our infantry, of course, into these cities. So I've still got 2 tanks. One tank could come down here and block off this whole avenue. That's a good one, actually, to move down to there. And then we can then start to sort of work on this unit in here to stop them. Well, essentially they're going to be capturing. This is just a city. I think I'll take the attack. What does pounce do? Move and attack twice this turn. Alright, let's go and do that. So a bit of damage back. And we can go off and capture this. So I think I can do that one, or I could actually go in and capture this, but then we've got the tank coming in. Ideally, I don't know if I can actually then, I think I've now got to move this unit. I think if I leave it, let's just experiment a little bit. Let's just see if we do get the other attack. Yeah, we do. Okay, so it does remember that we've still got the attack in here. And I'll jump on this unit. I took a little bit of damage. I'm down to 81, and then the 2 tanks can then just come through and finish this unit off as well. So this is just the entry mission to just see if like to just get used to the game, I guess, which is fine. So I'm not really too worried about just how easy this has been. Okay, so now we've got we can build a unit there. I wish it would show more that this is the one that's being selected for you. Now we've got 1,300, which means I can get a transport, a tank, or basically an infantry, or 2 heavy infantries. The tanks I'm finding very, very useful. So I think I'll just grab a tank there. And then back down through here, I can only really grab an infantry unit there. Alright, that's good. Down to 4 there. This is very much like Advance Wars. Probably simpler than Advance Wars, to be honest. Alright, now I don't know if units will heal up on their own. We do actually have her ability, restores health to all damage friendly units, so if I can get them to survive, we're going to be actually okay here. So I can, I can't quite get into there. That unit can come back in. Just capture with that one. I'll just keep that one where that is. Move that one up. Keep them at bay. Part of this is also going to be creating blocks where they can't move around. Now we definitely want to keep on capturing this. That tank. Capture this one. Okay, that's more money. So we've got 32 there. This one here. Yeah, that's a kill. Let's just move it back there. It's a little bit injured. So move it back to that position. It's gotten that one. The next tank. I want to kill this tank off. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, let's go that way to start with. For two reasons. One is that we're not going to get as much damage because we're on a hill, and the other one is I want this one to have as much protection as possible, so we should then be able to do the kill without taking any losses on this particular tank. Do the attack. So this is just light tanks. That's good. That sort of gets all of that nicely out of the way. Oh, this is interesting. The capturing here is only based on the points that they actually have. So that unit doesn't have a real lot. Yeah, so the so we've only done a small number of capture there, which is not going to be fantastic. Combine units. Let's try that. Here we are. So 44. That's interesting as well. I like it. So so ZG is saying the ability is charged, the commander ability. Oh, there it is too. Okay. Well, I could have kept that one. I was just wanting to see what the game can do there, but that was so I could have actually redone on both of those. Restore health to all damaged friendly units. Field medic. Bang, up they go. So we're up. Actually, that didn't fully heal that one. Interesting. So it wasn't 44. It did 50. It healed at 50. So so not 100%. I'm wondering if a unit stays in a position if it does heal up as well. So we should test that as well with something. Well, I guess this is the one that sort of is standing out now as the as a damaged unit. But yeah, we've done everything we can there. So it's going to take a couple more turns yet to get that one through that side. Everything is now moved off there. What else have we got? How do we do next unit, I wonder? That's a bit annoying that there's no keyboard shortcut for next unit. I can click on these to start to build them up. I'm thinking the tank's going to be the best thing for me. Just grab another one of those. All 5 stacks have a shot at it. Another tank coming. All right. Yeah, that blaster. So it's not. This is better than just a normal troop. It's just a trooper. I may have been able to use something different there. Can do an attack there. It's going to have a little bit of, the industry is going to give it a bit more protection. But if I can start to zoom in here and just stop and freeze them out from moving around too much, I think that's going to be useful. I also have Jack Jones can come in behind it and do some damage as well. Can't attack the HQ. 52. We do get 20 points of damage back. I think we can still do that one. But let's use one of these to start with. Crack. Okay, yeah, we took minimal damage there. Yep, so you might have a double move off cooldown. So I don't, yeah, no, we don't have the cooldown there. It said 2 turns cooldown. I was looking at that just before. Now we do actually have, I forgot to grab this other area. We didn't quite capture this one. But that's okay. I mean, the idea of the game here is to we'll capture this one. Come on, select. We must have already done that one. Already done that, have I? Close to victory now. So just this one unit left. It's a very simple game, probably too simple to a degree. I'm finding like it's what I might do is actually just try the transports, see how they work. It just leaves an infantry back for the other spot. Again, it's not really, the user experience / user interface is not fantastic in terms of telling you what's going on. Now they can't afford to attack me because they're so badly damaged. Yeah, they've only got 14 there, so this should be for the win. Is that going to give me the game over? Yep, there we go, victory. So that was fairly simple. Let's try something a bit more substantial now. Was that a choice of 2 commander abilities at the start? At least it seemed to have AV's ability. I'm not sure what you mean there, said G, sorry. Anyway, Downtown Showdown was now done. So that was really just your tutorial one, just to sort of get used to the game. Now we've got Independence Bay. Battle for control over the region by claiming more cities than the Martians. Victory conditions, city capture. And then we've got Hazy Hills. Fight your way uphill, hunting down the Martians hiding in the foggy terrain. So victory condition, conquest. So defeat all enemy units or to capture the enemy headquarters. I feel like playing this one, I think, is going to be a lot more difficult because we're not going to have vision. So let's go and try this one here. I'll keep the same splice that we just did before. So let's go to Hazy Hills. This will be a much more difficult fight. Go to deploy. There's no, I can't see any difficulty settings in the game, which I'm assuming that, like, you know, it would be difficult to do that other than, again, to for the AI to have extra cities or something that sort of spawn nearby, or they get a slight addition, like slightly more income from cities if there was like a difficulty setting. But I think that would be important for the game. So we've got our deployment phase. Yep, victory conditions. Let's have a look at the map. We have to choose one of these. So this one is splice boost. We've only got the one spliced unit at this stage. It's not bad, is it? I like the idea of this one. I still haven't been able to figure out how we heal up units. Normally that would be to have them in a city. Okay, ZG is saying in Advanced Wars, each commander has 2 abilities requiring different charge levels. Here it seems like you select one and then choose your commander. Yeah, it sort of seems funny, doesn't it? Looks like you've only got one. But I think I'll just go with Field Medic again. We'll just go and select her. We'll go back down to Jack Jones and just use this cheetah character. This was fairly powerful, like an attack of plus 60, defense of plus 35, vision of plus 3, which will be important in this game. The Seth is the fly, who has got even more vision, a vision of plus 4. But let's just go in with... actually, I can bring in 2. Deployed 1 of 2. Oh, okay. So I've got Jack Jones. I'm going to be needing more vision. Got Seth, attack of 45, defense 35, moves of 4.2. The moving was awesome. We could go and build ourselves another Jack Jones character. We could do one with a, like the moves, I really like the cheetah moves, you know, like the extra movement from the cheetah. The vision is going to be important on this map. If we used a fly tail, let's just go back to the map. And, oh, it looks like I can't do the splicing in this one just yet. Yeah, so if I bring in, Eric is a attack, high defense, moves of 3, but only vision of plus 1. Veronica plus 3, Larry plus 1, and then Seth. Well, let's get this. This is a flying unit. Let's go and bring Seth in as well. So they're the 2 that we have deployed. So we've got two of these special units. We'll get started. All right, so they're off on the flanks, and then we've still got to go in and set up the actual attack itself. So it's not a very big map again. There's the Martian lander. I like the look of it. Like the overall look of the game looks good, but I wish it could rotate a little bit. You know, like it used the 3D. Yeah, it's a funny one. Like it's not polished enough yet for me. Like, to be honest. And what have we got there? An airport, industry there, cities there, another city back over. Oh, that's planes with a city. So cities are going to be again vital. But I'm thinking we need to rush forward and get these. What have we got there? We've got city, industry. So that's key. There's a city down that way. City. It's a hill. Sorry, there's another city in there. City. Airport, industry there. That's a city. Also, don't think the industries look more enough like industry. I wish that they were looked a bit more different than the cities. Just an aesthetic aspect of it. So really, the everything else is just cities in through here. Getting the airport will be important to get more flying units. What does this thing do? This is a sky carrier. How does that one work? Can we pop units on board? Pick up, there we are. And we can start to move it off. Well, we can grab that city, or we can come this way. I'll move up this side. Oops, wrong one. That was the wrong unit. Right, I screwed that one up a little bit. Well, I really need to get up into here. It's good with the vision range that we actually have. I like this fog of war. Capture that. And that one can't quite reach any of those. But I will need these cities, but I probably need to get into these cities first. Let's just go and wait there. Alright, we've got 2,700. We could get artillery, but I don't think that's going to be all that important. Stingray is going to be able to shoot down the enemy flying craft, which I don't think we have to worry too much about that just yet. The transport would be useful, I think. I don't know what the Stingray is. I think we would need another tank. I mean, if we can hold on to this, again, it's basically game over at that point. It's been captured. Let's move that one up. Move the tank up for support. So this one now goes off. We're going to need to get more infantry back out that way. And we then just pick up another unit back in here. Again, we've got 2,400. I might try a Stingray just to sort of see what they are, but I don't think we're going to really need them. To be honest, I don't see that as being something we absolutely have to get, because I think we're going to get flying units next turn anyway. If we go with... I'll go with a transport. No, I still need more tanks. I'll use that guy to go and pick up the other bits and pieces. There we are. We're now starting to see them coming through. Yep, so they're bringing in laser tanks. Capture that. Just get into the defensive positions. Get that one captured. Yep, then we've got big attacks coming down this way. Capture. So capturing really is the key to these. Move that one up. Hi Tenru, how you going? And Timoshenko is saying, I never saw this game. Yeah, no, this is not out yet. This is actually still in early access. So, sorry, not even early access. It's just a demo. So it's actually it hasn't even hit early access yet. So it's a bit rough around the edges, I've got to say. Just some of the bits and pieces. Hi Miguel, and so Miguel's saying I'm on YouTube also. Hi Guy Bellaby, and hi Kat as well. And so we'll just keep on moving off. Now, I should be able to offload. There we go, unload into there. Now we can build into here. We've got a Skyhawk, which is 2,800. And another Sky Carrier. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about those at all. And from here, I'm thinking still more tanks. Tanks, I think, are going to be the key to this. Yeah, let's go with another tank, and we'll try to then get a Skyhawk just to start to be able to defend the air. Continue to subscribe. Thank you very, very much for that one. That's much appreciated. So this is really a first look for me as well. So I've got no real idea about the game. I probably won't play it for much longer, to be honest, because I think we're sort of seeing, once we do this one, there's no real point in labouring the points, so we might play something else short after this for a short period, and just sort of see how we go. So I think that's, again, I wish that there was a keyboard that you could actually use just to sort of scroll through your units. Normally it's the full stop or the brackets, but none of those. It doesn't show a keyboard shortcut menu. So yeah, there's a fair bit that's just not quite great about this game just yet. But I like the premise of it, and yeah, I love random maps in it, or random elements in the maps. I mean, some of what these sorts of games end up doing is actually having like a randomized region, you know, where you sort of have like a theme to a region, and it sort of randomizes the region, which I think would work well in these sort of games. So ZG just said Wargrave did change the formula by adding the commander to the battlefield. This one adds splice units instead. Yeah, they certainly are super units that we end up having. So we're going to need to get more power over this side. Well, we've got the 2 tanks there. That should be enough. I'm guessing we just end our turn. There's nothing else I can do. What unit? Oh, it's that one there. Why would they do that unless there's another unit that can come up? There we are. Here they come. All right, that was good. That was a good little attack. The fact that they replaced that unit, there's more coming. So this is an area that we can block off very effectively, because there's no way through that area. So we need to wipe these out, and we need to wipe this one out as well. Come on, select it. Don't know why it's doing that. That unit selected as if I have to use it. Again, that shouldn't be the case. Now I can fly with this unit, so I can sort of end up any old place. They can't attack a flying unit either. So I'm just going to go into here and then do an attack. I won't use the acid pool just yet. damage coming back the other way. There's more coming through here that we can now see. We get to kill that one off directly. And again, this is an attrition game, so that's 1,000 points that we've just scored for ourselves. Now these guys here, again, you can't see exactly what they can. Oh, that one can actually move in. Don't know if we can actually attack this guy here. Just keep on capturing, getting more money. We need to destroy this. I can use this as a block, actually, to sort of stop things from moving around. So I'm going to be needing to move this one out. That's going to do a lot of damage back to me. Okay, we're going to need to get more support over this side now as well with tanks. I want to take this, make sure that I'm inside that city. Getting close to healing up. That way we can do damage to that. I can use the pounce attack, which gives me two different attacks. If I go and, yeah, no, this just wants to load. Just stay in there. We've got good protection inside the city, and now all we have to do really here is just stop the stop this unit from moving off. I don't have an attack with this. And that one there. I'm just going to keep that one where that is. Again, there should be something where we can end up healing it off, healing it back up ourselves without actually without it doing anything, or moving it into a city or something. I'm just not sure how this one actually does work. So yeah, it's a bit unknown to me. Normally you'd have like a heal, like you just sit around and not do anything, which is what I'd prefer to do here. Everyone else has now moved. Got exactly enough for one of the jets. Okay, let's go and click on this one here. So Skyhawk, yeah, can target everything. So let's go and grab one of those. We've got no more money left. That sort of will be interesting to see how it then works on the other side. So we're going to have a bit of an attack coming through this other side here. Yep, that's the one unit. Don't mind this. Yeah, graphically the game looks good. Yes, there's more units now coming back out. Just going to grab myself a drink of water, be right back. all right. So, this one's sort of a bit injured, so we have to be a bit careful of that one. Now, I do want to use the acid pool attack. Not sure what that does. Looks like it sort of damages what can come through there. Now it sort of leaves the others back over here. Let's just go and capture this. We do have the bazooka attack now as well. I'm just going to keep that one blocking everything off for a turn. Move that one up. Almost can now restore the health. Capture that one. So the planes, I've got one protection there. I'll attack that. Did we get a kill from here? No, not quite. I don't get the movement there. Commander ability online. Yeah, no, I know. I'm going to wait for next turn actually, and then use it because I don't need it just yet. Let's pick up. I don't want that. Okay, let's clean that one up. I can then sort of reduce the what they can do by just moving that one up. Just block. I use it as a block. That one can just stay where that is. They're not going to heal up, I'm sure of it. I can actually grab. I've got another industry there now as well. I can start to sort of bring more tanks and things through. Field medic is her. I don't want to do that just yet. All of these need it, but I'm just going to wait for this attack to come through first. And then we'll sort of deal with it at that point. Got 1,500, which means I can bring another tank in. I think I'll bring it in. I've got 3 this side. I'll just leave it where that is. If I right click, I can then go and do this. So I think a tank is the right choice here. Stingray I won't worry about. Alright, let's wait for our next turn before we use the commander ability. Oh, this one here. Yeah, we do want to bring this one up. There's mountains in through there, so we can't bring that one through. They could come through this other side. It's not really going to matter that much. Yep, that's the only one that we've got, so we'll end our turn there. Hang on, just watch this. Yep, so it's killed itself off. So ZG is saying if you want to skip a unit, can you order it to wait in place? I don't know, I'll see if we can. Oh, here you go, flying unit. It did destroy that tank. The flying unit. Alright, here we go. This is interesting. Yeah, these are more powerful. An ultra tank. Much more interesting. So these are sources. Okay, so this has got a gravity beam, so pull the unit up to 5 tiles closer and deal a small amount of damage. Can we attack it? No, we can't. Alright, so we do need to get more units. So I'm going to attack with some of these, like this one here, for example. Yeah, we're going to need more of these, and we will need more of those stingers as well. The stingers I can get fairly cheaply. Well, I think it's time to heal up now. There's nothing else that we can really do here that's going to be of any real value. Just go and capture that one. This tank isn't really able to do anything. We do have you. It can do a bit of damage to this one here. We would be able to destroy this, but I don't want to open up the. I don't want to open up this area just yet. That's good. Actually, I'm glad I didn't heal up just yet. All right, so that one requires healing. This one requires healing as well. All right, let's use it. There we are. That's good. You know, I should have used this one for the capture. I do have a pick up there, and I can start to now bring things back down through. I don't know if this bazooka can actually can do anything. Can't attack the sources. Yeah, I could have used that one to do this. Just move them up. Pick that one up. I think I'll sacrifice this unit. 2,200. I do need another one of these. Or the stingers, actually. I'll grab the stingers. Stingray. So again, I don't know what it does do. I want to block these off, so I'm going to keep this one where that is, even though it's going to take a lot of damage next turn. Yes, I can. Okay, there we go. We can just weight them in the middle there. I can go around this other side here. I'm thinking I may need support back in here, but I think we're going to be okay. Having that flying unit there does block off a lot of stuff. Can't get the Skyhawk, so we'll just leave that one where that is. And we'll end our turn. Yep, that'll be okay. Now the Goliath tank will probably come across that other side, I would think. We should have been able to fight back there. This is a more difficult fight than what we had before. Okay, we've got enough now for another one of these other units. Another Skyhawk. It's got 30. Yeah, so we can kill that one off with a Stingray. Do we have action? How does it do? How does this one work? I want to get it closer to these over here, if I can. ZG saying missiles in advanced wars works like artillery, including a minimum range. I'm not seeing any information though on it. It's sort of weird. The game doesn't. It's not. The user experience is not good at this stage. I'm thinking it's going to be fairly easy to fix, but there's no information. Like if I press I, usually these games they'll have a lot more information about what the actual units can do. Now. We want to make sure that we're the first ones to do the attack here. So I'm going to go and do this one here, kill this one off. That's good. We're already getting up to nearly getting to the next, restoring health again. Now sort of creating a bit of an area here where we can start to stop things from coming through. This is quite powerful having the flying unit like this. Makes it very difficult to for the enemy to be able to do anything with. Now I can actually sort of get into that one, or I can go for the ultra tank. I think I'll actually go and just try to capture. Just capture that one as well while we're here. So I can move that one in to stop this one from moving. It does have a self-destruct, that's interesting. Still going to do damage back. I think I'll move this one back off. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to offload just yet, I don't think. Yeah, we do have an infantry in there, but I don't need to offload just yet with that one. Let's just go and wait with this one. Down to 300. I'm not going to worry about doing that one or this one just yet. So we'll just keep everything where that is. Infantry's not going to help me much there. Right, we will. You can see there is actually. We can see there the Emperors are causing sorcerer reinforcements. So this is actually. So they must be getting them from there, I'm guessing. But we should be able to now clean up this area as well. But I do need to get an infantry. Well, I've got an infantry there, which I'll be able to move across. So if there's no more sources, this unit here will become even more valuable. So let's just go and end our turn here. Yep, so we don't want to get anything in from there either. All right, end our turn. They're being killed off in the acid. They've only got 1,000 points at this stage. Just fly straight up through the guts. Yeah, there's no easy way to sort of see the information. Hang on, that's this one here. Capture that one. I've got to keep this one where this is. Just keep on sort of whittling away at them. And we'll kill that one off. What about this one here? 50 damage. It's not terrible. That trooper will kill that one off, but I should be able to do that with the 2 tanks that I've got here as well. Almost. But close to getting another healing. The healing's quite powerful, actually. Yeah, we don't know what else there is down this way. I'd love to see it, to be able to claim that, but I think I'm just going to stick on this side here for now. Let's just go and finish this one off. There's nothing in there at this stage. Again, if it's trying to save up money, I don't know what it's. Okay, it can call in source of reinforcement, so we can actually now go and do that one. We can also now go and heal everything else up. There's another tank down that way. We're going to be wanting to offload this one here. Let's go and do it into here. Then we can claim that one next turn. We've got a few injured units. Yeah, we've claimed that, that's fine. That's just a tank there. Right, let's go and heal up. I can do a bit of damage there. There's another tank in there though. Probably be wanting to sort of keep these coming in. Yeah, so we should see another saucer come in this turn. So we'll experiment a little bit with that one. We may lose this tank. So yeah, Shogoth's saying AI has literally wasted all the infantry units. Yeah, so Yeah, and so Zedgy is just saying this is the second tutorial level. Yeah, this is actually the third level. This is there's a level between this one. I thought this was going to be more difficult. It's I enjoy these sort of games, but yeah, this one we should see another saucer come in now from their side. What do we need? Well, we need to get this one up. Move that one up. Yeah. So now we're sort of starting to build other units. I'll go with more ground units. We haven't been able to afford a Goliath tank at all yet. Maybe another Stingray, just to sort of round things out a little bit. Yeah, I'll grab another one of those. Again, I wish it would give you information about the units more so than just the health points. Okay, that'll do. We'll end our turn. And are they going to play this? Yes, they did. Oh, 3 sources they get. We thought we'd lose that unit. Yep, so it's gone. So Earth's turn. Now we don't get a chance much to really take on the flying units in one go, other than with this unit here. And we don't have. We're a long way off getting health again. I don't think they're actually using this. There's industry there, which would be, if we can claim that one, it's just going to stop the reinforcements from coming. And this as well. Do the capture. Which we could have done a bazooka attack there. We can't use the this particular unit there just yet. Moving into the middle here is going to be a little bit tricky. Can you move into the grasslands, or it's the plains actually? There's nothing much that's going to protect it. So that one we could kill that one off using this unit, or we can pounce actually and do another attack as well. And we can come back to that one because we've still got another attack. Just right click for a second. Now these are going to cause a lot of damage to these sources. I'd like to try to kill them off if I could. It's not going to quite make it. What about you? It says it's an attack. I can do the attack there, so let's just try that. Oh, that was pretty cool. Like, that was actually very effective. Alright, so those stingrays actually do a good job. Not that it told me that. I don't know what the range is. I've got no idea. Just going to move this one down. That'll stop them from spawning anything in there. I can move twice here, I'll do that. Now I can kill this thing off with one of the other units. I don't quite get. I do get the kill there. Let's just bring that one across and do it. And then that does allow me to now move in with this unit and capture it. So that'll stop them from being able to bring anything else in. Now we do actually still have this unit as well, which can then do a fair bit of damage against one of these sources. We do have barrage. Don't know what the barrage does. Range attack with up to 3 air units within 6. Range attack up to 3 air units within 6 tiles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that works. All right. Well, let's try that. Oh, that was very, very powerful. Extremely powerful. So there's nothing much else that they can do. We've now sort of captured most things. So we now just need to finish off the these guys. That infantry is going to suffer a bit, so I won't do anything with that one. Just wait that one across. And again, I'm just going to block the bridge. Capture that. And there's really nothing else for us to do, so let's just end our turn here. These are extremely limited now with what they can do. Yeah, so we don't get to do any retaliation with that. These should retaliate. Yep. And so kill that one off. And we can have another heal up, not that we need it. Although I might as well just do it. Get that one up to full strength before we finish this guy off. Yep, that's a full attack. Job done. Yeah, Showdown's saying so there is range now. That artillery makes more sense here. Okay, there's victory. All right, well that's we've played now two of the the downtown showdown was super easy. The Hazy Hills was a little bit more interesting, but it still was not great yet actually. So yeah, the demo, and look, I don't know how good the game is going to get. It looks pretty entry level, to be honest. I've got to say it's not very difficult. It's interesting, yeah, but I don't know. It's sort of yeah, I'd be interesting to see it when it's closer to release, but it seems a little bit light on for now. Anyway, what it will do is what I'll do is I'll we've only played for an hour and a half, and there's still one more map to do, which I'm not going to bother doing. That's enough. You get the feel for what's going on there. It certainly needs a lot more work in the user experience, user interface, particularly in terms of explaining what the units do and being able to sort of use keyboard shortcuts. It'd be cool if you could rotate the map as well. So anyway, that's sort of where we are with that particular game. I think we'll just leave that one where that is, and we'll play something else. What should we play? I've got less than an hour, unfortunately, so not very long. What should we do? We'll just quit out of that one there. Yeah, we'll exit that one. So we've got that one through there. Oh, tablets you cycle through units, says Triple H. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So there was some, but it should give you information about that. I don't remember seeing about that, and maybe it was there. Anyway, let's go on to something different. I'll close off the streams now, just so I get like a fresh stream for the for something else that we'll then go and play. But yeah, I think again, I'll have a look at it for the to see its development. I'm interested in that relic sort of behind it as well. Like, so it certainly has a degree of visual polish, but just needs a little bit more to sort of make it more war gamey for more hardcore gamers. Anyway, let's leave that one there. What should we play? What should I play for an hour? Got a little bit less than an hour. Just trying to think of. I might play another game. I might play Lost in Prayer. So I think I'll come back and play that one. Anyway, I'll close off the streams now, and then I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching.